So I wanted to break this story down because it was real interesting as the story goes on, as the day goes on. A lot of people are talking about this live stream that Cenat did with Druski. They went to the award show last night, and everybody was accepting their awards. Kendrick Lamar had won a couple of awards, and he was seen walking away. And when he was walking away, he walked past Cenat and Druski. People are pointing out because Druski has an affiliation with Drake, he was acting a lot different. He was acting a little different than usual. Now, this is when Druski had commented on Kendrick Lamar meeting RDC World's Mark Phillips, Supreme Dream, if you know him like that on Instagram. Shout out to RDC. But this is a time where he had met Kendrick Lamar. Druski had commented under the photo and he said, pick a side, stand on business. Now, Druski likes to make jokes. So you could think that this comment was something that was a joke, or you think that it was lighthearted. It wasn't that serious. Him and Mark are friends and he's seeing that he's with Kendrick. So he chose to make this comment just to make a joke. However, that's not really the case. Druski has also been caught multiple times not really messing with Kendrick Lamar at all. If you see this video right here, there's been a time where Druski had told a DJ to turn off Not Like Us from being played. This happened last year, and since then, Druski has really took this stance. So from trying to stop the DJ from playing Not Like Us last year, and from commenting on this Mark Phillips post where he was hanging out with Kendrick Lamar, it's obvious that Druski was never rocking with Kendrick because of his allegiance with Drake. To be quite honest with you, I don't even know why Druski tries to take this type of stance when he's not involved in the beef at all. There's no reason why he should actually be taking this stance as hard as he is. Cenat was there, obviously, because it was his stream. So he was doing his thing. He was saying hi to people. One person that he ended up greeting was SZA. SZA was somebody that he ended up meeting at this time. He had said hello. And when he said hello to her, he was able to finally shake hands with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar was definitely staying out the way of everything. Just to make a quick note, SZA was the only reason why Cenat was able to greet Kendrick Lamar officially. When he saw him pass by when he was with his awards, his hands were full and he had a smile on his face because he had just walked off the stage with his awards, but he had just passed them by. He kind of just acknowledged that he was there. They kind of like nodded at each other, but it wasn't until he saw SZA with Kendrick Lamar, Dave Free, and none other than the D1 crash out, Rayvon. Rayvon was there as well. SZA greets Cenat and Druski. She says hello to everybody. She has been on Cenat's stream before. She shouted him out in the last award show. So it's no surprise that they were going to say hi to each other if they saw each other in person. But you could tell Kendrick kind of only said hi because SZA was the one that tried to greet them with each other. She says if they met each other yet. And that's when Kendrick turns around and looks at him and just says hi real quick. He says hi to her. And during this whole time, Druski is there right next to him. And what's funny is that Druski looks so awkward. He looks very awkward. It looks like he does not want to be that close to the area. And everybody on the internet has been pointing out how hilarious has it looked for Druski to act this way. Another thing that happens is that while Cenat is talking to SZA, Rayvon steps into the picture. I believe it's Rayvon that's right there. And he keeps tapping Druski. He keeps tapping Druski. But it's not to get his attention. It's because the minute that Druski is there with them right next to Kendrick and SZA, he starts looking away from them. Like he starts ignoring them being there. And there's people behind Kai and Druski starts interacting with the people behind them. He starts talking to them, trying to kill time as Cenat talks to SZA and everybody else. Now, Druski said hi to SZA, but he did not say hi to Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar didn't say hi to Druski at all. He was aware that Druski was there, but he did not mess with him at all. And to be quite honest with you, bro, what's funny about this, though, is that as SZA is talking to Kai in this moment, Druski is nervous. Druski doesn't want to pay any attention to anybody. Even though Rayvon is trying to get his attention, he is unable to. He eventually says hi to Cenat. He greets Cenat. And then the stream cuts off. But it was really funny to see how Rayvon was trying to approach Druski. And I think that he really wanted to talk to him to check the temperature of how he was with them as a collective, as a group. TDE, PG Land, Kendrick. I don't know. I don't know what he was going to ask him, actually. I'm just assuming. We'll keep it alleged. But Rayvon really did not shy away from greeting Druski. But it was funny because everybody was pointing out that Kendrick was ignoring Druski, while Druski had felt awkward being there, because he knew he couldn't leave Cenat there on his own. And there was really nothing that Druski could do. He was by himself. A very awkward position that he put himself in. I don't think that it was a good idea for Druski to take the stance that he had took when this beef had started. I know that Drake was the person that gave him the biggest leap in his career, put him in the Laugh Now, Cry Later music video. But you have no real animosity towards Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar didn't diss you. He didn't say your name in any of the songs. Drake but I understand that he doesn't want to go against Drake. But because of that, it put him in this situation where he started to feel awkward. Now, I don't think that anything was going to pop off for sure, but you can tell that they do feel a little uneasy when they were around Kendrick Lamar. After Kai Cenat shook his hand, he seemed kind of nervous, like, oh man, am I going to face any repercussions? Am I going to hear from Drake from this? Is Druski going to hear from Drake from this? You know what I mean? Like, it was just like one of those moments where they got caught in the middle of a situation here. Kai's not supposed to do the music video for Drake, and here he is at an award show greeting Kendrick Lamar. How does Drake feel about that? Does Kai know that in the back of his mind? I'm sure he does, and I'm sure Druski knows everything as well. That's why he was acting so awkward in the whole entire stream when they were around them. Everybody was trying to say hi to Kai Cenat and Druski. Everybody was trying to take a picture. Everybody was trying to greet them. The only person that didn't bother to do any of that was Kendrick Lamar. And the only reason why Kai was able to say hi to Kendrick, like I said, was because of SZA. She's the one that greeted them. If it wasn't for that, he probably would have never shook his hand. I'm not saying that Kendrick has anything against Kai Cenat, but Kai Cenat has been saying a few things about Kendrick. It says Kai Cenat sparked strong reactions after accusing the NFL of altering the recorded version of Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance, saying that they were adding a crowd noise, adding stuff that wasn't there. This is what Kai Cenat was saying. Ever since this moment, I feel like this is why Kendrick doesn't really rock with Kai and wouldn't really mess with him at all. There was also people from the camp defending Kendrick and calling out Kai for saying this in the first place. A TDE affiliate by the name of H Wood, he says this guy is mad, talking about Kai Cenat, and he says it's because he didn't have access to K. Dot's suite, didn't have access to his section, wasn't able to pull up, wasn't able to say hi originally. Moving forward, almost a year after this incident, Kai Cenat finally gets to greet Kendrick Lamar, but because of SZA. But even after this greeting, it makes you think, where does Kai Cenat really stand in this whole beef? He's trying to remain a neutral, I'm assuming. But why would he throw shade like this at Kendrick Lamar and one of their homeboys from TDE call him out? And what's always been strange to me about this whole streamer Drake and getting cool with the streamers, what's always bothered me about that is that he named all of these guys in the lawsuit. All of these streamers, he had named them in the lawsuit, and now he's using them to try to get some type of free promo or try to get some promo from them. Probably not free because he's probably gifting people in their chats, but he's trying to get attention from these streamers for his new album and his new music video. Kai's not supposed to produce it, but I think that he's relying on these streamers, the same streamers that he had called out and pointed the finger at in his lawsuit. So I never understood why the streamers that he had pointed out still rock with him so heavy. I think that SZA is trying to get Kai Cenat away from Drake. I think that's why she shouted out Streamer University last time. I think that's why she's trying to build this relationship with Kai Cenat, try to make friends with him. Not only that, but SZA is a nice person naturally. I've seen multiple videos of her doing things for fans, always being generous. Really good person by far, nonetheless. But that's just my theory. I'll keep it alleged, but that's what I think. I think she's just trying to lure Kai Cenat more this way than that way. You know what I mean? Don't want him to be like Druski, you know what I mean? And take a side, pledge your allegiance to somebody over there and block opportunities that you could have just because you want to be loyal to one friend that you don't really need. I mean, Druski came in the game because of Drake. Kai Cenat doesn't need Drake at all. He's his own person. But in this media game, and you got to say hi and you got to mingle and you're meeting people, you cross paths with each other. It's really quick how this internet stuff that we talk and say ends up becoming real life when the person is 10 feet or 5 feet away from you. I think this is just a lesson to learn right here, that a lot of things that you talk about, a lot of things that are said on the internet, you'll soon have to experience them in person. Druski, I'm sure, never thought that he was going to get that close to Kendrick Lamar. At least I don't think so, because it didn't look like he was prepared for that to happen at all. But what do y'all think about this? What do you think about their live stream? Do you think that this right here is unnecessary, considering that he doesn't have any problems with Kendrick Lamar directly? Druski never had any problems with Kendrick, and Kendrick never had any problems with Druski. I know that Druski's going to take the stand for Drake because he had brought him in the game and gave him all this fame. But if you choose to ride for Drake that way, that means you're implying that his problems are your problems. And do you really want those problems? You could tell me. Y'all tell me in the comments what you think about this and get back to me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it alleged.